Cool. So going back to my credit card video from a couple videos back, I emphasized sort of this notion to not be stupid with your credit card spending and not overspending your credit card. And now I want to take it a step further and emphasize how you shouldn't be stupid with your finances altogether. So personal finance, I know, is a topic that people my age or 20 to 30 don't like to talk about. It might be because of student debt. It might be because of, I don't know, they didn't teach us in school. For some reason, people just don't like to talk about personal finance. But I'm very different. I've been really interested in this topic since I was a kid. My dad taught me how to buy stocks when I was 13, and I've been doing it ever since. So today it hurts me to see people that are 40, 50, 60 that have to work every day and basically still live paycheck to paycheck. And if they stop working, they have no other source of income. And what hurts me even more is seeing kids my age or in their 20s and 30s uh, in a straight line path to that same point. So that's basically what I want to avoid, and I want anyone to be in that situation. So in this video, I'm going to discuss the top 5 things that I think you should do to not be stupid with your money. The first thing you should do is to live beneath your means. Do not spend more than you make. And to many, this might seem obvious, but in reality, most of the United States, people in the United States spend a lot more money than what they make, and that's why they're in debt, in a lot of debt. So just the way to do this is to track how much money you're spending to the dollar. Make a budget and keep a record of where you're spending your money, what's going towards rent, what's going towards food, what's going towards utilities. And then this way you know how much you're making, you're spending, how much you're saving, and how much you're investing, more importantly. And we'll cover that further down the list. So you can use a website like mint.com. If you want to make your own budget on your own spreadsheet, you can do that too. I'll put the link to my sort of budget template down below, and you can use that link. It's a pretty good spreadsheet that I use, and basically there's no excuse not to make a budget and not to keep track of what you're spending. So don't be stupid. Thing number two. The second thing that you really have to have is an emergency fund. And an emergency fund is exactly that. It's just money you set aside for emergencies, and you're not going to touch it. You're not going to spend this money. You're not going to invest this money. You basically forget it even exists. You're just going to keep it in a separate account, and it has to be a high yield savings account where you get at least 2% return per year. So don't keep it in your normal Chase or Wells Fargo or Bank of America or any of these accounts, because by keeping your money in one of these accounts, you're actually losing money over time because of inflation. So a high yield savings account will keep up with inflation, and you won't lose money over time. Now, you can use Wealthfront, you can use Marcus by Goldman Sachs, you can use the American Express Personal Savings. You know, there's a lot of options out there, and there's really no excuse not to open any of these accounts. There's no minimums, there's no fees. You just open an account and keep your money in it. So remember to do that. Don't be stupid. Okay. Number three is the hairy one. This is the one that people hate to talk about and people shy away from. And this is paying off your debt. And more importantly, staying out of debt. So let's assume you're in debt. You have student debt. So and tough luck. You have to pay for it, and you have to stop pretending they don't exist. So you have to include these debt payments in your budget, and pay it off. Pay it off. There's no shortcuts. That's the way to do it. And if you make a good budget and you're not overspending in other categories, you can do it, and you can be debt free. And that's the goal, to be debt free. So if you are in debt, the last thing you want to do is get into more debt. So if you have student loan debt or credit card debt, don't go get a personal loan. Don't go get a car payment. These are things that'll destroy your budget. That'll destroy your finances. So please do not do them. And if you are in those situations, we have to hit it. We have to tackle it head on. So you're gonna have to include them in your budget, and you're gonna have to decrease what you're spending in other places, or increase your income drastically. It's just math. Go up or go down. And now the fourth thing, and that's what we should all aim for, is to invest. Invest, invest, invest. We have to invest in assets that build wealth over time. So of these are stocks, mutual funds, real estate. All of these assets will continue to build your wealth. And for example, if you have a job, you are exchanging your time for money. So you go to your job, you go work, you clock in, you clock out, and that company pays you for the time you spent there. Now, imagine a scenario where you don't have to go to work. You can be playing golf, you can be at the beach, you can be watching TV, you can read, you can do whatever you want to do, and you will still get money rolling into your bank account. This is where this is what everyone needs to happen. Everyone needs to be in this place, and it's possible. So the money you invest will work for you, so you don't have to work and you don't have to spend the time to work. And talking about this is really getting me pumped. I love investing. Like I said, my dad taught me how to invest since I was a kid, and I've been doing it ever since. I grew my mom's account. She never took care of it because I couldn't invest. I was 13. I didn't have my own account, but I grew her account, and then now I have my own account, and I've been growing it. And there's no excuse not to invest. When I started, I had to pay a $10 commission to buy and to sell. Every trade was $10. So whatever I made off those stocks, I had to make at least 20 bucks to break even. And today this isn't the case. Today you can buy and sell for free, so there's no excuse and there's no minimums. I opened my Robinhood account with 100 bucks. You can open it with 50, with 5. So a common thing people say is, "Oh, when I have money, I'll invest." That's not necessary. Well, what do you mean by having money? Is $1,000 money? Is 10,000 bucks money? You don't need any of this to start investing. And the earlier you start, the more wealth you'll build over time. Investing is about how much time you're in the market. It's not about timing the market. So the earlier you start, the more time that money has to grow, and you'll build your wealth. And finally, the fifth thing that I like to do is to give back and to help others. So I know people hate talking about their finances and they don't like to be exposed for what they're doing, but if you see someone and they're overspending and they're always swiping their credit card and you know they don't have the money to pay for any of this, tell them, like you'll be doing them more good than bad. They might get angry at you, but so what? Tough luck. Like you can't be spending like this. If they're making 20K and they're going to Nobu at Las Vegas or whatever, you know they can't afford it. Just let them know. Or if you have friends and you're both into investing, you discuss stock picks. He might tell you, "No, you're stupid for choosing this stock," or you might both make a lot of money. So, helping others and giving back is something that everyone should consider doing. Thing to consider is these steps apply for everyone. Doesn't matter if you make 10K, 20K, 50K, 100K, or a million. Everyone has to go through this. And most importantly, you have to consider that you shouldn't compare yourself to others. We're all dealt a different hand, and we have to maximize our opportunities with the hands that we're dealt. So it doesn't matter if someone's your same age and they're doing a lot better or they're doing a lot worse, or just don't compare yourself to others. If you're born poor and you're in debt, that's the hand you were dealt, and there's ways to get out of it. Similarly, if you're born rich and you have a lot of money, you can do a lot of good with that money. So don't put it to waste. Don't spend on stuff that's not going to help anyone. It's not going to build any value in the world. All right. So man, like I said, I'm really pumped. And if you don't know how to invest, you don't know how to pick stocks, and I know the industry can shy people away from it because they use big terms and like a PE ratio and a market cap and a mutual fund and all this nonsense. It's really easy. Honestly, most of these people are dummies and they just want to keep people away from the industry. They want to keep people sort of in a poor state, but it doesn't have to be like that. You can learn it, and I'll make videos about it. How about that? I'll make videos, like beginner videos, introduction to stocks. I'll make videos on how to pick stocks, what to look for in a company. Every time you buy a stock, you're basically an owner in that company. A very small portion of it, but an owner nonetheless. So, and you can also invest in real estate. I haven't done much real estate yet because my life is very volatile. I travel a lot. I'm not stable, so I feel like managing an investment property would be really difficult for me at this time, but it's something that is very good to do and something that everyone should try to do at least at some point during their life. But enough of that, enough rambling on. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope I wasn't too brash in my commentary. There's no bullshit involved. This is the way you have to do it. And if someone tells you that there's shortcuts, they're lying to you or they're trying to make a quick buck out of you because there's not. So Don't trust any of these penny stock guys. Don't trust any of these day traders. Like, you can day trade. I day trade, but with a very small part of my portfolio, very small portion of it, because you shouldn't put your entire wealth onto that risk. It's too much to do. So it's just time, 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 invest, invest, and all the other steps must come first, you know? Man, this is pumped. And I hope you guys enjoyed the new lighting. I rearranged the way I set up my little setup now, so hopefully the videos are better quality. I'm really happy with the mic. The mic is awesome. And yeah, I like making videos during my days off. It's a good use of time, and I'm happy. It makes me feel good. So again, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.